Now, unless you have a complete meltdown, you're going to get confirmed. And I don't think you will. No Republican would have chosen you, Judge. That's just the way it is. We would have picked Miguel Estrada. We'd all have voted for him. And I don't think anybody on that side would have voted for Judge Estrada, who was a Honduran immigrant who came to this country as a teenager, graduated from Columbia, magna cum laude, Harvard, 1986, magna cum laude, and law review editor. A stellar background like yours. And that's just the way it was. He never had a chance to have this hearing. He was nominated by President Bush to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, which I think most people agree is probably the second highest court in the land, and he never had this day. So the Hispanic element of this hearing is important, but I don't want it to be lost that this is mostly about liberal and conservative politics more than it is anything else. And having said that, there's some of my colleagues on the other side that voted for Judge Roberts and Alito, knowing they would not have chosen either one of those. And I will remember that. Now, unless you have a complete meltdown, you're going to get confirmed. And I don't think you will, but, you know, the drama's being created here is interesting. And my Republican colleagues who vote against you, I assure you, could vote for a Hispanic nominee. They just feel unnerved by your speeches and by some of the things that you've said and some of your cases. Now, having said that, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I do believe that you, as an advocate with a Puerto Rican defense legal fund, that you took on some cases that I would have loved to have been on the other side. That your organization advocated taxpayer-funded abortion and said in a brief that to deny a poor black woman Medicaid funding for an abortion was equivalent to the Dred Scott case. Now, that's a pretty extreme thing to say, but I think it was heartfelt. I would look at it the other way. To take my taxpayer dollars and provide an abortion to pay for abortion I disagree with is pretty extreme. So there's two ways of looking at that. You're a prosecutor, but your organization argued for the repeal of the death penalty because it was unfairly applied and discriminatory against minorities. Your organization argued for quotas when it came to hiring. I just want my colleagues to understand that there can be no more liberal group, in my opinion, than the Puerto Rican Defense Legal Fund when it came to advocacy. And what I hope is if we ever get a conservative president and they nominate someone who has an equal passion on the other side, that we will not forget this moment. That you could be the NRA General Counsel and still be a good lawyer. My point is, I'm not going to hold it against you or the organization for advocating a cause from which I disagree. That makes America a special place. I would have loved to have been in those cases on the other side. I hope that wouldn't have disqualified me.